Do we announce this as the 2023 Arizona Cup or the 2022? Okay, good. Good afternoon.
Welcome our archers for the compound women's division.
Is that? Okay.
On target 1, we have Jimena Estrada. Target number 2,
Just
Claire.
tapping it, I should go.
And your line judge for this match is Curtis Belusek. The target judge will be Jim Flores.
Okay. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the 2023 Arizona Cup. I'm Tom Stevenson, and along with me for our broadcast is Chelsea Neville. We've both been competing here this week at the Arizona Cup. We're going to help you walk through this event. Hi, Chelsea. How are you doing? I'm doing great. We're just getting ready and starting with the first match, U21 Women's Compound. And there we go.
Target 2, 9.
That's a 9. Excellent. Yeah, so we've got a little bit of a crosswind here, a little bit of a left to right tailwind, just a little bit. It's been gusty this weekend, but...
Target 1, 9.
Okay.
9.
And, okay.
Target 2, X.
X.
That's an X. Very nice. Very nice. So the just for those watching, the temperature today is 88 degrees Fahrenheit and a humidity of 11%. Very, very dry here in the desert. Here we go.
7.
7.
7 to the right. Wind came up a little bit. And we've got some more. Let's see. 9 just left.
9.
Okay, let's see. It looks like
Our scorers and judges are now at the targets. They will be determining the final value of the arrows.
excellent, Chelsea. What did it say about how they got here?
So Claire qualified third coming into the elimination matches today. So she's got that.
Third I can't do score. I'm going to rely on you.
And Tina actually defeated our top qualifier, Sydney Sullenberger, with a 145 and 141. So that is a fourth place. And Sydney Sullenberger is actually going to be part of the USA team at the World Archery Championships in Ireland.
That is excellent. The wind has picked up even more. It's getting really gusty now. This is going to be an interesting match. So we've been lucky. We've had really good blue skies this whole weekend. It's been cool in the morning. It does as low as 60 degrees in the mornings, but then it's warmed up, and as it warmed up, the wind comes up. So it happens here in the desert.
And honestly, the heat hasn't been as bad as normal up here for Arizona. It's actually been a pretty mild year.
Yes. Normally this time of year we'll be hitting 100 or close to it. Here we get ready for the second set. I can't see it behind the sign. Can you see it, Chelsea? Oh, 25. Okay, so Amina with 25 and Claire with the 26. Here we go.
9.
So 9.
9.
That's a 9.
9.
Again, the wind is left to right with a tailwind and gusty.
Target 1, 9.
9.
And it looks like both archers are out here with the Newport Stratus.
Target 2, 9.
9.
Pair of 9s for both.
Looks like they're both shooting the new HB2
Target 1, X.
Ooh, and X. Just about dead center.
10.
And a 10.
10.
That'll be 28 for each. Very nice. So as they score this, Chelsea, tell me, how far off were you aiming in a wind of this typical strength this weekend?
In this wind, I would usually be aiming on the 7 or 6 line.
Wow.
Maybe just doubling off a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah, the winds today definitely take a toll on how the rest of the season has been.
Very, very nice.
Seeing the differences.
Target 2, 9, 9, 10. Running score 50.
Okay.
So they're updating the scores right now. Looks like Claire with a 55, and it's Mina with a 53.
All right, so 2-point lead for Claire.
Well, okay. Tremendous. Okay. So let's see.
Yep, it looks like both ladies out here shooting the new Hoyt Stratus with the HBT cams. They both look very comfortable and confident with their bows. Look like
Okay.
they're making good, strong shots.
Here we go. End number 3. And the wind keeps up. On the left side,
1, 9.
it's a 9.
9.
Wind shifted a little bit to be straight downwind this end, not as much from left to right.
9.
9.
Yep, and the wind is definitely picking up the more these ladies shoot.
Yeah, a left 9er. So both of them went a little bit. There we go. Oop,
9.
a 9.
9.
And again, the wind shifted to straight downwind.
8.
8. So not seeing the drift that we were last end.
That looked like
Close
a good
one.
shot.
9 just left. And a 10.
Good way to shoot that.
Very nice. So it looks like Claire's got appears to be a 27. And it looks like I believe a 27 also for Xmina. So this is a tight match, very close. Going. Do you see, Chelsea, do you see much additional height from a tailwind?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Tailwind, it makes your arrows go faster, so you'll definitely see a height difference compared to a dead wind shot.
And if 50 meters in this range for you, about how much would a wind like this tend to have your arrows go higher?
For my arrows, if I'm holding center with this amount of wind, I would probably hit 8 ring,
Wow.
almost, yes.
Okay. So they're definitely adjusted for this. Excellent. Okay.
Yep, the lighter outdoor arrows, just the wind takes them.
Yes. Tremendous.
Target 1, 2, 9, 8, 10, 27, 81.
So we have a score of 80 for Xmina and 81 for Claire. So 1 point match.
Yep, they tightened it up a little bit.
Yes. Okay, third end. So
And the wind died down a little bit for this end, so.
actually slightly going left.
10.
Very
Yep, that
nice.
looked like a solid shot.
8.
8 just high.
Yep, and here comes the wind again.
Yep, it's back.
Target 1, 9.
9.
9 just high.
8.
8.
And an 8 to the left.
Yeah, I think the wind definitely shifted, so now Claire is having to readjust for it.
Target 1, 9, 10.
Oh,
10.
10 on the left side. And an X.
2, X.
X.
Very nice. They adjusted well for that. And
They
you're right,
did.
Chelsea. It's the wind was starting left to right and then went straight downwind, and now it's going slightly to the left, tailwind to the left a little bit. So it's been doing this all weekend and picking up. It's harder. The wind's been harder in the afternoon every day, but it's been shifty. sometimes multiple times per end.
Yes,
Been making
definitely.
making it really difficult.
Yep, whenever you're out here, you really have to pay attention to those wind socks.
Yes,
Just
for sure.
double check it before you pull back. Make sure you're going to aim off right.
Yes. So here at the Arizona Cup, they have a number of windsocks. They have a windsock to the left and right of each side of each field. They also have a big American flag and Arizona flag, and they have some of the big banner flags as well all around. So you got multiple sources where you can look to see what that wind is doing. But it constantly is changing, and sometimes the different flags in different parts of the field will be going slightly different directions as the wind changes going across. And then plus, the fun part of Arizona is sometimes it's windy enough that you have dust.
Yes.
Out here in the desert, it is dusty. Get dust on everything. But that's what makes the Arizona Cup special. Okay. What's their scores?
I don't think they've updated the scores yet.
For target 1.
They're updating it right now.
29 for a total of 109. Target 2.
109.
88X for 26 for 107.
So Xmina has a 109 and Claire has a 107.
Going into
So
the last end.
2-point lead for Xmina.
Yes. Here we go, last end. And the wind has gone downrange and is slightly left to right again now, so it's shifted again. Claire is up.
Target 2, 10.
10.
That looked like a good strong shot from Claire.
9 to the right. Okay. And the wind's hard left to right now.
Target 2, 9.
Low 9.
Target 1, 9.
Just to the right, a 9.
All right, one more air for each
Okay.
archer.
Target 2,
9.
9.
So I believe Xmina needs a 9 for the win. It's a 9.
9.
9.
We'll have to see the verification of the scores, but that appears to be what it is. You see it that way, Chelsea?
I think you're right, yes.
Okay, let's see. So on these matches, they have their alternating shots, and each archer has 20 seconds per shot, and it's an alternating. So once they shoot, the timer starts again for the other archer. So you got to be ready to go. It is hard to let down and come back up and shoot in 20 seconds. Do you think you could do that, Chelsea, in 20 seconds?
I have a very fast shot, so
Okay.
I definitely
Okay.
could, but
And the archers that are here, you think they can in 20 if they have to let down?
I think so. It definitely adds a lot more pressure if you have to let down, just to get back and rip the shot off.
Cool.
So the 20 seconds adds so much pressure to an already stressful environment.
I agree. I agree totally.
Because usually you have 40 seconds per arrow, so
Yes.
the time is cut down in half.
Absolutely excellent. Yes, it's especially with the wind. Especially, it's that much harder. Got to check out your wind socks and see where it's going and how you're gonna deal with the shot.
Yes, because normally you have enough time to, if there's a gust coming, you can wait it out, but here you just have to get back and shoot it, no
Okay.
matter what the wind is.
They appear to be checking the scores. They're adding it up. They're deeply looking at something. Okay. So will we wait for the judge's decision on the score totals? Looks like the wind is let up even a little more. Of course, it's let up when they're not shooting. That's the way it is.
That's how it always goes.
Absolutely. Okay.
Alright, here we go. Target 1, 999 for 27 for 136. Target 2, 1099, 28 for score of 135.
All right, so it looks like Xmina has a 136 and Claire has a 135.
22, 28 for 135.
Signal the winner.
Okay. We're waiting on the official signal for the winner.
Jim, signal the winner.
All right.
Okay, and the winner is
Xmina
Xmina Estrada.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Congratulations.
the winner,
U21 women's compound. Gold medal.
Claire Garrison.
Excellent.
by 1 point. That was a close
Yes.
match.
Yes. Especially with that wind. I think we're going to see that all day here. Tremendous. So what's our next match, Chelsea?
I believe our next match should be the U21 men's compound.
And who do we have?
I believe we have Isaac Sullivan from St. Albans, Vermont, and Parker Braddock from Loveland, Ohio.
Great. Let's see. As they get ready to come over, which should be shortly. So where's let's see. Isaac, it says, is from Vermont. Said earlier this week he qualified for the U.S. team for the World Archery Youth Championships to be held in Ireland in July. Well, that's tremendous. Said he had a bye into the round of 8 and defeated Caden Jones. Overcame Andrew Hilden in the quarterfinals with a score of 149 from 5 ends. That's only dropping 1 point.
So that is near perfect. That is some great shooting.
Yeah. And it also says that he edged Cooper Davies from the University of the Cumberlands in the semifinals. So he had a tough road to get here. And as they come over.
Ready for the second match.
Okay. And of course the wind totally dies in between matches. So that's the way it always is. It's perfect. Let's see what else we have
So
here.
Isaac Sullivan was the top qualifier,
Have the target
and
for
Parker
last.
Braddock eliminated the second qualifier, Eli Barton, with a 145 to 142 in the semifinals.
Amazing. Okay, as they adjust the field and get ready for the next match.
Thank you, judges.
Okay, here we go. So let's see, why don't we talk a little about the World Cups, Chelsea? Let's see what we have here.
All right, so the World Cup Stage 1 starts in Antalya, Turkey on Monday. And for our men's compound team for America, we have Braden Gillentine, Chris Schaff, Sawyer Sullivan, and James Lutz. So we have a very strong team. And then for women's compound, we have Madison Cox, Cassidy Cox, McKenna Proctor, and Danielle Wenzel Lutz. And would you like to introduce the recurve?
Sure. Yeah, sure. So the World Cup Stage 1, again, in Antalya, Turkey on Monday. So look out for that. The men's recurve is Brady Ellison, Jackson Mirich, Matt Requa, and Jack Williams. And in the women's recurve, we have Casey Caulfold, as well as Catalina Noriega, Jennifer Messino Fernandez, and Gabrielle Sasai. So they are already there, I understand. They left yesterday. They should be there already. And that'll be an exciting event. First World Cup of the year. And again, starting on Monday. What is Stage 2 in the World Cup, Chelsea?
Stage 2 is in Shanghai, China, from May 16th to the 21st.
We will now
Oh.
have our compound
Okay.
men under 20 division
Okay.
gold medal match. Please welcome the judges and coaches.
Okay, here comes the men under 21.
And it looks like the wind has died down a lot compared to the
And
women's
our
under
matchers.
21.
Okay. Looks like Isaac Sullivan's on target 1, and Parker Braddock will be on target 2.
On target number 1, we have Isaac Sullivan. On target number 2, Parker Braddock. this match is Mandy Griego. And our judge at the target will be Sarah Briscoe.
I've shot with both of these young men before in competitions. They're both very strong shooters, very dedicated to the sport. So this will be a very interesting and tight match, I feel.
Excellent. And they're getting ready for the first end. Here we go. And who's going to shoot first? Looks like Isaac.
Yes, Isaac will
Okay,
shoot first.
on the left, target 1. And the wind is dead, totally dead.
And Isaac looks so comfortable in his shot.
10.
X.
Oh, X, called an X.
Beautiful shot.
Very nice. Parker's up on target 2. And a 10. All right, so they both started strong. Again, the wind has totally died.
Isaac shooting a little 2-finger release. I can't tell what it is, but he looks so relaxed in his shot.
X.
Another X.
X.
Wow. Okay. So 2 X's for Parker. Here comes Isaac's third. It's a
10.
10.
So that was a perfect 30 for
Yes.
Isaac.
Yes. Let's see if Parker can match.
Strong release from
Ooh,
Parker.
drifted to the right.
9.
9-liner.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
the
it
wind just came
out?
up. Yep. Looks like the wind came up just as he shot. Went from
Still a
nothing
good
to the
start
right.
from both.
Yeah, because that 9 is just 3 o'clock and just caught the 9-8 line. It went pretty far out. That's what happens. Yeah, the wind is back up. This ever-changing wind in the desert. So Chelsea, can you see what bows they're each shooting?
So it looks like Isaac Sullivan is shooting a Matthews TRX and Parker is shooting a Bowtech. I am not quite sure what style of Bowtech that is.
Okay. All right. Here we go as they call the targets. And the flags at the end of the next range are straight out.
They are.
So more wind is coming. The this year's Arizona Cup had record attendance. We had approximately 800 archers, which I have heard is a record by about 200 people. So that's an amazing growth from one year to the next.
It is, and it is always growing.
Yes, it is, absolutely. The Arizona had a lot of rain this spring, as California did too. So the field crew had told me that as they were setting up, they had a lot of visitors in the terms of snakes and critters that were on the field as they were setting up, more than normal. Out here in the desert, there's a lot of that. So I think it was an exciting time to be setting up the field, especially for a record-size event, which this was.
Yes, and I hadn't heard about any rattlesnake sightings during the actual tournament, did you?
Yes, I did. They on the East Field, we heard they had 2 of them on one of the practice days.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so it was an exciting time. Okay, we're ready for end number 2.
All right, Parker is shooting first. Now the archer with the lower score always shoots first.
9.
Oh, looks like
It's
the
3
wind caught
o'clock.
that one.
9-8 liner. They've called it a 9. Okay. And Isaac on target 1. 10. Very nice.
10.
And again, the wind is left to right for this end. It's calmed down a little bit, but it's still left to right. 10.
Yeah, that looked like a good shot
Yes.
from Parker.
They both seem pretty relaxed.
They do. Sometimes you can see a little jitters from the nerves, but these two both
Yes.
look very solid and
Solid 10.
calm.
Got 2 arrows right next to each other in target 1. Okay, here's Parker's third. Ten.
Yeah,
Very
Parker has
nice.
some strong follow through on his shots.
Yes. And here we go with Isaac's third. Another 10.
Man, he packs them right in there, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
it's a nice group. Very, very nice.
Yep, barely looks like he's shooting in any wind at all.
Yes. So tremendous, tremendous end, especially with the wind coming up and dying back down. That's amazing. So it's interesting out here in the desert. So between where we are on the finals venue, just to the left of us, there's about 20 yards of, say, desert brush, and then there's the main field. And in between there's a water station. I don't know if you've seen that, Chelsea, but there's a water station over there for the wildlife to gain water. In and around that area, there's a lot of holes for snakes. I don't know if you've noticed that.
No, I have not noticed that.
Yeah, I think they've set up camp in and around that water source, looking for visitors to the water source. So it's interesting here in the desert. You gotta, if you're keeping your eyes out and watching for things, it's not a problem. But if you're not, you gotta be careful. So another thing about Arizona in the desert, there's also a lovely saguaro cactus off to our left. I don't know if that's in the shot or not, but it's got 3 or 4 arms, and each one of those arms takes 200 or 300 years to grow. So you know that cactus is really old. Let's see, they're almost ready for scoring. Okay, they're calling in the scores. Okay. Let's see.
All right, so it looks like
And they're
Parker
updating the
has
scores.
a 58.
So it's a 60 for Isaac and a 58 for Parker. So 2-point lead for Isaac going into end number 3.
Yep, Isaac has not dropped a point yet. So he
And
must
just as
be
we get
feeling-
ready to shoot, the wind comes up. Of course.
Yeah, Isaac has not dropped a point yet, so you must be feeling very confident and relaxed up there.
And the wind is straight left to right now. There we go, Parker's up. Ten, solid. Okay. 9, just to the right, about an inch out. Again, that's just the direction of the wind.
Yeah, that leaves Parker with a little bit of room for opportunity. Ooh, that looked good.
X. Solid, solid shot. Wind's died down just a little bit.
Ooh, that
Another
one looked
9.
a bit wonky.
A little low.
Yep, so Parker
So that
definitely
ties the
has some
score.
opportunity here.
And another 10.
X.
Yeah, that
Called
looked
an
like
X
a
for
great
Parker.
end.
And Isaac for his third shot. Another 9. All 3 of those 9s are low right, Chelsea. Do you think that was the wind, or you think that was something else?
It might have been him compensating for the wind earlier, so he over or under compensated this end.
Okay. So when you shoot with the compound and you're using the bubble, and you tilt it some, does that affect your height at all?
Not that I've noticed. As long as the grip pressure is the same when you
Okay.
tilt the bow, your height will be the same.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, as they tally up the scores, and of course the wind dies when we're not shooting. That's the way it seems to always happen. Cool. So let's see what else we have here that we can talk about. Let's talk about some of the other winners from today's and this weekend's 2023 Arizona Cup. And the recurve U18, Matthew Parmenter won, and recurve U18 women, Lily Lynn, the #1 seed, all the way through Audrey Khan Aravalo. Surprised many by getting to the gold medal match, having qualified in 51st place. So yes, we had someone in 51st place come all the way up and compete in the gold medal match, and Audrey ended up as silver, which is exciting. And then on the compound side,
And then on the compound side, for our U18 men, we have Dewey Hathaway with gold. For compound U18 women, we have Leanne Drake with gold.
okay.
All right. So
All right,
I
here we
think
go, and-
Isaac shoots first. I believe he's
Yes.
down a point.
And Parker has a 1-point lead, 88-87. Ten on the left side.
10.
Yeah, his shot execution looked a little bit better on that one.
Just a little bit of downward breeze, and that's a 10.
10.
Yeah,
Pretty much-
Parker's looking more relaxed up there as the match goes on.
Okay. Here's Isaac's second shot. Ooh, high. Looks like a 10. Yep, caught the line. So they look dialed in. Another 10.
10.
Oh, the wind is picking up a
Yep.
little bit.
Strong tailwind now, downrange. Caught a 9, just barely.
9.
Wind's blowing their bow around quite a bit, Chelsea.
It is.
Another 10.
Ooh, but he got it right in there.
Boy.
Yeah, that shot looked very shaky from
Yeah.
the wind, so
Yes.
good that he got it in there.
All right, let's talk with some more results here. Okay, in the barebow from Arizona Cup 2023, the barebow U21 men was John Sarazin for gold medal, and the barebow U21 women is Estancia Godman. Excellent. Barebow U18 men was Anthony Malik, and barebow U18 women was Maya Young. Let's see.
And then for our fixed pins U18 men, we had Eric Hughes, who is in the #2 seed, who beat out our #1 seed, Kale Griffith. And for our fixed pins U18 women, we have Jaden Asbill.
Tremendous. Have you ever shot fixed pins, Chelsea?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Yes, I haven't either. I shoot a recurve, but I know it must be harder with the fixed pins not being able to move them once competition starts. That's what make it more difficult. Let's see.
Now, having fixed pins definitely makes it more
Yes.
difficult.
Tremendous. Here we go. They are clearing the field, so we're getting ready for the last end. So it is currently 118 for Parker and 116 for Isaac.
All right, so 2-point lead going into the last end for Parker. So he definitely seems more confident
Yes.
going into the last end.
And the wind picks up again. Gusting tailwind left to right. Strong tailwind. 10.
10.
Yeah, Isaac looks back in his groove again now.
Oof, very strong gusts. Very strong gusts.
Ooh, the dust is kicking off on the ground.
9.
9, just out high. Just slightly out.
Still a good shot for that wind,
Yes,
though.
it's very strong gusts. Down to 5. Okay. Right 9.
9.
Here comes Parker. And a 10.
Yep, that one looks strong.
So it looks like Parker still has a 2-point lead going into last arrow. Isaac shoots a 10. X called. So looks like Parker needs a gold to win. Looks like a 9 just out. So
That'll
there's
do it.
couple close ones down there, but let's see. It looks like Parker may have just won by 1 point. As they go down and call that. Let's see what else we have. So the Arizona Cup is the first of 4 U.S. Archery Team USAC qualifying series. The remaining events will start with the Gator Cup in Florida, May 14 to 16, followed by the SoCal Showdown in California, June 9th to 11. That's at Chula Vista. It's always beautiful there. Concluding with the Buckeye Classic in Ohio, July 28th to 30th. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to explain a little bit why the U21 and U18 finished after the senior and 50-plus competition. So World Archery released the 2023 Archery World Cup schedule. Oh, here we go. They have announced it. So Parker for gold.
Yep, so Parker Braddock 1 gold and Isaac Sullivan 1 silver.
Very strong finish. Very strong finish.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your gold medal winner, Parker Braddock. Silver medal, Isaac Sullivan.
Okay.
Yeah, good shooting to the both of them. That wind really picked up on that last end.
Yes, it did. It really, really. So what was the final scores, Chelsea? Let's see. 146 to 145. Tight match.
It was.
Good scores, especially for that wind. Okay. So let's finish talking about a little bit about the World Archery schedules that changed. So World Archery released the 2023 World Cup schedule and World Ranking System, which will be part to determine the Olympic quota placements. Unfortunately, it impacted the USAC qualifying series schedule, so it was necessary to adjust the events here so that the senior and 50-plus athletes finished before the youth athletes. This schedule does not impact any changes for future USAT events. It will not affect Buckeye Classic. So basically, the teams that went to Turkey had to leave yesterday, so they finished and adjusted the schedule so they would be done early enough to shoot, and then they adjusted so the U21s and U18s shot yesterday and today and just finished up today. So that was a schedule change to adjust that for flight schedules and such. That always makes it interesting, especially with such a large event with 800 shooters. They also changed the lane widths here from the 90 centimeter width to an 80 centimeter to squeeze in 800 archers, and they did an amazing thing. I also heard about a week and a half ago they had a windstorm come through after they had set up the whole field, and it knocked over 50 or 60 mats and broke 20-something stands.
Ooh.
So Terry LeBeau, one of the longtime judges and officials, and also, as he says, member of the field crew, but pretty much helping to build all the stands himself most of the time. So they had to rebuild 20 to 25 stands after that windstorm. It was
that's rough.
a lot of work, but it sure came off well. Looked perfect. Tremendous event again. Always tremendous event, especially here in the desert. You need all the shade, and they had double rows of tents all along both shooting fields. The main field and the east field had double shades of tents as well. A lot of the parents were able to get preferred seating and take part of that shade. Otherwise, they pretty much needed tents for shade because it was just too hot to be in the sun here.
Yes, either bring your own tent or bring an umbrella
Yes,
because
for
you
sure.
will cook out here.
Absolutely. So who do we have coming up in our next matches?
I believe we have some recurve matches coming up next.
Yes,
So
let's see.
They will be shooting 70 meters instead of the compound's 50 meters. And that extra 20 meters makes a huge difference, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Especially with this wind, it's going to make it really interesting. And we're going to have, let's see. So they're moving the targets back to 70 and putting up the 122 centimeter faces from the 80 centimeter faces that the compounds shoot on. And they're all the way back where the wind banners are too. So it's going to make it an amazing visual to watch with the wind. That's going to be fun to see. let's see, for the U21 recurve, which I believe is the next match, we're going to have Michelle On and Grace Lum. They will be bringing them over here momentarily. And let's see, it says that Michelle defeated top qualifier Abigail Kipps in the quarterfinals and overcame Grace Lum's sister Samantha in the semifinals, all the way from the number 9 seed in qualification. So that's excellent to come all the way up. And Grace is from Hawaii and has a twin sister named Samantha, who was beaten in the semis. So it's a family affair, I guess, there too. And she was number 7 from qualification. So some high-seeded archers, but coming up from the number 7 and number 9 areas, which is a good run to get through as well. So earlier we had number 51 end up in a gold medal match in cadet girls. Now we have a number 7 and 9. So it appears to be a weekend for lower seeds to go through.
I believe so.
Yes.
Yes, and I think Lillian Hahn won the bronze medal for the U21 women's recurve as well.
Tremendous. Excellent. As they set the field, the targets are set. I think they're getting ready to make announcements to bring them on. It appears so.
Yes, so how differently would
Yes.
the wind affect a recurve compared to what we were saying with the compounds?
Yeah,
Because
well, the recurve bows are a lot slower than the compound bows. And the archers that are here, let's see, the U21 women, I'm not exactly sure what each of them are draw weight-wise, but they're probably anywhere from, say, 38 to 42 pounds with the recurve bow. And on the men's side, they're probably anywhere from 46 to 50 pounds with the recurve bow. That's going to be a lot slower than the compound. And it's
Yes.
20 meters further back,
Ladies
they
and
will get a
gentlemen,
lot more
our
drift.
next
And the
match
introductions.
For the under 21 division will be women's recurve. Please welcome the judges and coaches. And now please welcome our archers.
Alright, so it looks like Michelle On is on target 1 and Grace Lum is on target 2.
Our archers
Okay.
on target number 1 are Michelle On.
There we go.
On target number 2, Grace Lum.
Right now, the wind isn't too bad. It's
Our line judge for this match will be Curtis Belusek. Our target judge is Jim Flores.
okay. As they're getting ready, again, it's 20 seconds per arrow. And they'll be alternating.
Alright,
Again.
so I believe Grace will be shooting first on target 2.
Okay.
Alright, so as I was saying
Yes.
earlier, for the compound, with the winds we're having today, I would usually aim about 7/6 ring on this. For a recurve, how much would you be aiming off?
For most of this weekend, we were aiming off 9-8 line with stronger winds potentially out in the 7 or 6. Okay, and that is an 8. But today, with these gusty winds, you'll have to be aiming further than that. Let's see.
That's an 8-9 liner.
Okay, so we have 2 8s.
7.
7 to the right. But for when it gets gusty like this, you might have to aim blue. Let's see.
9.
Another 9. So 2 9s for Michelle. Okay, that's a 6 to the left. So on the recurve side, we'll use a set system. For the compounds, you had 5 ends total score for 150 total, and on
7.
and that's a 7. On the recurve side, you use a set system, so each end can have 2 set points for a win, or 1 and 1 set points for a tie, with 0 going to the lower score. So it appears that Michelle has won this end and will have 2 set points. Let's see what they score the totals as. Yes. So the wind wasn't too bad. It was a little bit of a tailwind, again left to right, but not like the gusts we had earlier. But you can see those banners down there, Chelsea. They're still bending over quite a bit.
They are. Yeah, and it almost seems like the wind is worse down at the target, somewhere the archers are standing.
Yeah, definitely. It's more than what we can feel right here. We're a little bit shaded by a couple of the tents here and the banners, and there's a kind of a desert tree that's directly behind where the archers are, off to the side about 15 yards, that's directly upwind from what they will be feeling. So they may not be able to feel it as much as the arrows downrange will see.
Yep, and that's why it's important to, watch the banners right by the targets, check the
Yeah.
windsocks.
Yes. The windsock to the left is probably a great indicator here. It's probably the best one they have for this. As they pull the arrows, it's nice that each they're able to bring the arrows back for the archers, but they need at least 6 arrows, so they'll have 2 sets of 3 going for this match. Okay, so they have it 2-0. So Michelle is up 2 sets to 0. First one to 6 set points will win the match. If it ends up being tied 5-5, we'll have a single arrow shoot off. Let's see if we get there. That would be exciting.
It would be. First shoot off of the day.
Yes. Okay. It looks like Grace will be shooting first. And the wind picks up. Straight left to right and stronger.
All right, so since you are the recurve here, would
Yes.
you mind giving a quick little rundown of their equipment?
Sure. Let's see. I can see a little bit behind this. Okay. It looks like Grace is shooting, appears to be a win and win. Let's see. And she shot a 9
9,
and a 9 liner, I guess, for Michelle. Let's see if I can see what Michelle's bow is here.
8,
Appears to be a formula. Let's see.
9,
Okay. So Grace has got a 9 and an 8. Oh, she shot a left 5. The wind died just as she shot. She must have been aiming out there to the left in the blue, and it just died.
Yeah, that'll happen a lot.
Yes. And that's an 8.
8,
So it looks like 99826 for Michelle. And it looks like it's a close one, 98522 for Grace. So it looks like Michelle's won that one again, so it'll be 4-0. It gets interesting on the set points because you can get a big lead like that, but anything can come back because it's not a total score.
Right.
At any time you can come back. So even though it's 4-0, it's nowhere close to being over. So, have you ever shot set points at all, Chelsea?
Only for fun.
Okay,
but
I didn't know if you ever tried it. Yes. So it's a different approach. Some people love it, some people don't, because sometimes you can have the higher score for the match and lose on set points. But overall, it really makes it exciting because even if you're down by a large number of points in total, you can come back and win the last 2 or 3 ends and end up with a 6-point total. It's not over at all. It's exciting for TV. It's very exciting.
it is. I
It's-
always get
yeah.
so nervous watching all my recurve friends shooting because of
Yeah.
how the set system
Yes,
works.
it is. It's harder. It is definitely harder. It's not over until it's over, as they say. Okay, so it's 4-0 with Michelle with the lead. Again, if they get to 6 set points, they win the match. So here we go. And Grace will be up first.
Yeah, I do love the white and green color combination Grace has going on. It looks really
is.
pretty.
Here we go. And there's a slight wind from left to right. And she shot a left 7.
7,
Okay, and here's Michelle. 10.
10.
Very
Yeah, it's
solid shot.
I was about to say it looked very strong.
Yeah. Yes. Let's see. Nice smooth shot there, for
5.
Grace.
Ooh.
And it's a 5 to the left, so she's just upwind. The wind died. Yes. So she was aiming over there and shot exactly there, probably.
9.
And that's a 9, so 10-9. And a 9. Left 9.
9.
Michelle's shot.
That one looks smooth.
And it's a 7, and that will be good enough. So Michelle have won that end and will end up with 6 points. And once they finish that up, that will be a 6-0 win for Michelle. They have to finalize it, but that was tremendous shooting.
It was.
Yes. And it was so funny how the wind just died right there, because the arrows to the left are definitely from aiming off, and
Yep.
the wind died. That's,
Earlier with the
that's what you get.
compound men, the dust was flying
Yes,
everywhere,
yes.
and the recurves came out, and the wind decided, oh, I'm
Okay.
going to be nice and calm now.
And they're walking by with their arrows, so they're both shooting east and next 10 arrows. I can see from as they're coming by here. And again, Grace with the green veins and knocks as the green theme continues, I think.
Yes.
Tremendous. Let's see. So as they score that, and of course the wind dies. Totally. Just totally dies. Okay. Yes, they've indicated the winner.
Medalist is Michelle Earn. Silver medalist, Grace Lum.
Congratulations, Michelle.
This is your recur women under 21 division.
Okay. So as they exit and they clear the field, in the men under 21 recurve, we'll have Joseph Huey from Surprise, Arizona, against Jacob Kin from Sugar Hill, Georgia.
Oh, and Jacob Kim turns 17 tomorrow, so
Oh,
happy early birthday,
wow.
Jacob.
That's fun. And Joseph's 19. It says Joseph's the #1 seed from Saturday afternoon's qualification, and he defeated Stefan Savin from the semifinals. And Jacob Kim, the #3 overall seed, overcame Jacob Robinson in a back-and-forth semifinal that went 6-4. So Joseph Huey, he's the local. He's here in Phoenix, on the other side of the valley, but he probably gets to shoot in this type of weather a lot. So we'll have to see if that's an advantage for him with knowing how to deal with this wind.
Yep, and Jacob Robinson won bronze. So
Excellent. Let's see. We have some more information here on the, let's see. We talked a little bit about the World Cups. So the Stage 2 World Cup will be in Shanghai, China, on May 16th to 21st. Stage 3 World Cup will be in Medellin, Colombia, June 13th to 18th. And then Stage 4 is in Paris. Well, that'd be nice to go to, which is the host of the 2024 Summer Olympics. It's August 15th to 20th. And it says the final is in Hermosillo, Mexico, September 9th to 10th. So the World Cup Stage 1 that starts on Monday in Turkey will be the first of those final World Cups in this pre-Olympic year build-up. And the U.S. Olympic trials will be starting at Labor Day weekend. That's the word, at the Pennsylvania Outdoor Nationals. That's what we're unofficially hearing, at least.
Yep.
Let's see. We'll talk a little bit about the World Archery Youth Championships, Chelsea.
all right, so out here in Arizona on Wednesday, we had the World Archery Youth Championship team trials, and we had 24 archers selected in both the U18 and U21 categories for the event in Limerick, Ireland, and that is going to take place from July 3rd to the 9th. So there was a very good turnout for the World Trials.
Yes. Yes, that was a 2-day event that was held here earlier this week. And they said that it was it the first day that hit 100 degrees? That's what I'd heard.
I think it was almost 100. It
Almost
was
100?
very hot the first day out here. It was the hottest of the entire event.
Yes, we were fortunate this weekend. It was only mid to high 80s. but it's typically somewhere in mid-April is when it starts to hit 100 degrees in Phoenix every year. That's an amazing thing. Let's see. Okay, as they clear the field and they get ready to bring in the U21 men's recurve. Almost ready for that, I believe. And the wind, of course, is totally dead in between matches. It's almost like it's timed. It's amazing. Okay, they look like they're getting ready to call them in. Almost.
Yep, in the meantime, I guess I'll go over some other medals
Perfect.
awarded to the seniors. So for the...
And for our final match of
never
the
mind then.
afternoon, we have the men's recurve under 21 division. Please welcome the judges and coaches. Next, welcome our archers.
Here we go as they come out.
On target number 1, Joseph Huey. On target number 2, Jacob Kim. Our line judge for this match is Mandy Griego. And our target judge is Sarah Briscoe.
Okay, as they introduce the U21 men recurve archers, loud applause for Joseph Huey, the local. He has some fans.
Yes, he does.
Okay, here we go. First end.
All right. And I believe Joseph will be shooting first.
That's what it looks like. And the wind is still pretty dead right now. Flag's not moving at all.
He looked confident with that shot.
High 8.
8.
Looked like a strong shot. Very smooth shot for Jacob.
10.
And it's a 10. Both of them a little high.
So I guess there's a bit of a difference coming off of the practice range
Must
to
be.
here.
Oh, looks like Joseph
6.
adjusted. He shot a low 6. So first one was high, second was low. High 8.
8.
Let's see. High 8.
8.
So Joseph might be a little nervous, maybe. The shots look good, though. And Jacob with a 10. So first set goes to Jacob.
Yep,
Very,
Jacob
very
looks
nice.
very comfortable.
10, 10, 8. 28. It's a nice score. And the wind is dead. Absolutely dead. It's amazing how that is. Let's see. What else did we have, Chelsea? Let's see. We have some more information here. Let's see.
All right, so Chris Schaff defeated our defending champion, James Lutz, for the men's compound, but they went down to a one-arrow shoot-off, and this was what Chris described as one of the better gold medal matches he's ever been involved in. So that was a very close and I'm sure
Sounds like it.
nerve-wracking gold medal match for
Yes.
them. And then Toya Ellison won a third Arizona Cup to go with the ones that she won in 2016 and 2018, and she beat Tanya Gillantine for the women's compound. Then if you'd like to do the recurve.
Sure. Casey Caulfield won the women's recurve for a third time in a row. So 2019, 2021, and 20 was canceled. So that's her third time. And she beat Jennifer Machino Fernandez in the gold medal match. And Brady Ellison, he was bidding to win the Arizona Cup for a 5th straight time, but he had to settle for bronze. Instead, gold went to Jackson Mirich, a local from Phoenix. Mirich beat Jacob Wookie. Wookie needed a one-arrow shoot-off to edge out Brady Ellison in the semifinals. A 1 millimeter separated their 2 arrows.
Oh, so that was really close there.
Yes. So congratulations to Jackson Mirich.
Yep, and as we were talking, a little dust devil, dust tornado,
yes.
whatever you wanted to call it, blew right through the archers.
Came right on through, dust everywhere. And they're clearing the field now, getting ready for end number 2. Here we go. Just a little bit of wind from left to right tailwind. Just a little. Here we go, Joseph. That seemed like a better shot. It's a 9. Just about a half an inch out of the 10.
Yep, he gave a little nod after that one, so
Yeah.
he was much happier with that shot.
Here's Jacob's nice smooth shot. Oh, it's a 7-8. 7 to the right, about 330. Eight to the right. Doesn't look like there's that much wind out there, but it might have drifted. Just a little bit of wind from left to right. Yeah, there must be some wind out there. Jacob shot an 8 to the right. He's got a group of 2 arrows. Low right, red. And that's a right 9. So there must be a little wind down there because everyone's going right this end. So Joseph's got a 998, 26. Let's see Jacob's third. So low right 7. So that one went to Joseph.
All right.
So it's all tied up. 2-2 set points. So while we can't see it, Chelsea, there must be some wind downrange with all those arrows going right.
Yeah, I believe so. The
Yeah.
banners up by the archers look dead compared to the banners down by the target. So
Yeah.
I do think that's
Yeah.
what it is.
It must be. It must be.
And that's some of the hardest wind to ever adjust for is when you can't feel it,
Yes.
but it's going by the target.
Yes, for sure. One of the fun things about this sport is playing the wind. Most recurve archers will aim off in the wind because we can't have it. We don't use a bubble, a level, not allowed to. So most of them will aim off and try and gauge the wind. And then it's all about how strong of a shot you can shoot. Because a strong shot doesn't drift as much as a weaker shot. A weak shot, the wind will just grab it and it'll drift downrange. And you'll drift significantly more in the wind on a weak shot with a recurve bow. So do you guys see that with a compound?
Oh, you do see it, but I don't think as much as you see with the recurves.
Yeah. It can be dramatic with a recurve. A weak shot can get twice as much drift. It's truly amazing. Let's see. Okay, as they clear the field.
All right, and we are all tied up going
2-2.
into the third end.
Yep, third
All
end.
right.
Yes.
I had to make it interesting for us.
Absolutely. Perfect.
These have all been very close matches.
Our final match. Let's go down to the wire. Okay. As the crowd cheers for Joseph. Oh, he's gauging the wind. He's looking around. The wind is dead. He gave it a good look around at all the indicators. Good smooth shot. Low 9.
Can't complain with that.
That was a good shot. Yep, right down the middle, but just a little low. Here comes Jacob. Holding just a little longer. Good smooth shot. Low 8. Both of them a little low. Interesting.
That might be
Yeah, lack of
from a little
tailwind.
bit of tailwind.
Yeah, lack of tailwind. Joseph, another. Oh, solid. That's an X. Yeah, it was a more forceful shot. He came off the string harder that time. Ooh, quicker shot for Jacob. Ooh, low right 6. Maybe it went off a little too fast. And low 9. Nice smooth end for Joseph. Okay. Nice smooth shot for Jacob. Yep. 8, stronger shot. Yes.
All right, so looks like Joseph took that one. So
Yeah, so it'll be 4-2. And it's interesting with the recurve bow, they all use a clicker. A clicker is a draw check for a recurve bow. And in the wind, you really have to learn how to shoot a clicker in the wind, because your sight will be bobbling back and forth as the wind blows on your bow, and you really got to be able to shoot it strongly with the clicker in that wind and consistently, and come off the string consistently strong to be able to control the drift, because otherwise you'll get all kinds of different drifts. So these two are obviously really excellent at that.
Yeah, that is. It sounds way too complicated
Yeah.
for me, and that's why I shoot compound.
Yeah, but it's the clicker is absolutely an amazing thing with a recurve bow. But you got to learn how to deal with it, and sometimes the clicker's your friend, and sometimes the clicker's not your friend. But with a recurve bow, you really need to use one. Let's see. So it looks like it's going to be 4-2, and again, first to 6 set points will win the match. And again, if you go to 5-5, you'll have a single arrow shoot off. And so if we have a tie end, we could get to that in here in a couple ends. So let's see where we end up with.
Yep, and I believe if Joseph gets the higher score this end, he will win this.
Yep, if it goes 6-2, yeah. So if Joseph wins this end, this is it. So let's see how this plays out. And Jacob's up first.
It's a long
Held that just a little bit long. And it's a good shot, though. It's a 9. Just a half-inch left. Just a little bit of left to right wind. Here's Joseph. 8. High right 8.
Yep, he didn't seem happy with that one.
No, he didn't, did he? Shook his head. Yeah.
Yep, did a bow ninja after that
he's
shot.
doing a sight adjustment, too. Good shot for Jacob. Right 8. Seemed like a good shot.
Yep, looks like the wind is picked up again
Yep.
towards the targets.
Good shot for Joseph. 10. That was a strong shot. Okay. Jacob's checking out the wind. And we're down to 15 seconds. He still has time. Yeah, good shot. Right 8. It drifted over. The wind's picked up a little down there.
Yep, and you cannot feel it where we're sitting whatsoever.
So Jacob has a 9.88. Ooh, a 10.
All right.
So that's a 10-10-8 for Joseph Huey. And that appears to be enough. He will win this match 6-2 on his very last shot. Need the verification of the judges, but that was amazing.
That was a very solid finish.
And that wind
for him.
came up for that shot too. I'm sure he had to aim off further. Oh, Joseph's happy.
Yep, and the crowd too. You
Yes,
can
I
hear
think
them
so.
cheering like crazy.
I think so. Let's wait for their verification. And you can see those banners down there
Yeah, they are
Blowing up.
leaning like crazy.
blowing a lot more. Okay, let's see. Okay, they're going to call it. Let's see. Yes. So Joseph Huey wins the gold for U21 men's recurve. Silver goes to Jacob Kim.
Yep, that was great shooting from the both of them.
It was. It truly was.
Under 21, Joseph Huey.
Yeah.
Silver medalist, Jacob Kim.
Absolutely excellent. Okay. That's going to be our last match. So, Chelsea, anyone back home that you wanted to say hi to
Ladies and gentlemen, we
before we sign off?
Just my family.
Okay. Love to say hi to everyone back in Oklahoma City, especially the Oklahoma Storm Club. Okay, so congratulations to all the winners and indeed all the competitors who have taken part in the 34th Arizona Cup. The next event in the USAT series is next month's Gator Cup. And they'll have live stream coverage. For myself, Tom Stevenson, my co-commentator, Chelsea Neville, thanks for joining us, and goodbye from the Ben Avery Archer Range in Phoenix, Arizona.
Bye,
Thank you.
everybody.
Bye.